I'm sure it's nothing you don't like. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Hey boys, what's going on? It's your boy Clazo here today, guys, and today is actually tonight because it's 1 a.m. It's really the only free time I have to make this video. I've been working on it the last few days, so I'm sorry that I haven't been uploading daily like I normally try to, definitely with the spoilers. So I'm going to try and do them as much as possible. It just might not be every day. So I'm going to bring you guys 2 spoilers today. One that is Abyssinian, one that I'm pretty sure is Songhai. So now let's hop into it. Let's hop into the Abyssinian card first, because that one was spoiled before the other one. This was spoiled 2 days ago. I forgot where it was spoiled at. But anyways, it is a 6 mana rare spell, Necrotic Sphere is its name, and destroy all minions nearby your general and summon Wraithlings in their place. Now before we get started with this card, obviously it's Abyssinian. And then another thing on here, it doesn't clarify if the Wraithlings are yours or your opponent's, but Counterplay Games has clarified that it is your Wraithlings. I think it would be complete bogus if it was your opponent's Wraithlings, so that just kind of makes sense to me that it's your Wraithlings. Now, let's talk about this card piece by piece. It is 6 mana, but I think for the game to stay balanced, it has to be high statted like that, because if you make a very low mass removal spell like this, definitely nearby your general, depending on the decks that you're playing against, it's going to be, if you make it any lower costed than 6, it's going to be ran 3 of in every single deck. Now here's the thing, since it's at 6 mana right now, it competes with 2 main cards that come off the top of my head, or 3 main cards that come off the top of my head, that fits into Lithy decks and cast decks. Obviously with Lithy, it fights against Vorpal Reaver. Now, you're probably only going to run one of these in my deck, or one of these in your deck. I would only run one in my deck. I don't think you need any more than that. And then, I like having my Vorpal Reavers, you know? And then another card it fights with, which is very good in both decks, which they just changed to 6 mana, which is Red of the Undervault, and that's your draw spell. And, you know, right now, I'm running 2 in my Abyssinian deck. And this is like... this card is so good, I might have to cut one and put this in instead. So it's going to be tricky, you know, if you're playing Lithy, to decide if you want this or your Vorpal Reavers, or if you want to cut down on your lower cost minions to add some more of these. You know, it's going to be a struggle. And then with Cast, not that a lot of people use it, but personally I use it, and I think it's a pretty good card. It's very underrated, which is Klaxon. Klaxon's great. Even if your opponent dispels it, it's still a big 6/6 body. And if they don't dispel it, it's a 6/6 body with Provoke that gives you Shadow Creep tiles, you know? So it's a very good card, and I don't understand why people don't use it. But this fights for that spot as well, so keep that in mind when you're building your decks. Definitely you Lithy players, because I think Vorpal Reaver is like a main engine in that deck. Not as much as Klaxon is in Cast, like I said. Definitely right now Swarm Cast is a big threat, or Fastiva, as some people call another deck that's going around. So keep that in mind. Next, let's talk about its ability. Destroy all Wraithlings, or destroy all minions nearby your general, summon Wraithlings in their place. Now, like I said, the Wraithlings are your Wraithlings. Now let's talk about some synergies with this card, or what it's good with. Now, things that this is good against is both Linear generals, in my opinion. It's good against Xerex with Obelisk. It's good against both Magmar generals, definitely if you're playing like Zoo, Starhorn, or Pokehorn. This would devastate that. And then, Songhai, I feel like, depending on how the Songhai build is, if you're playing minion high, it could be good, but a lot of that is just one minion, not a lot of minions going in on someone. And a spell high, it's not going to be very good against, clearly. Vaynar, I think it's going to be good against both of those, because right now you have Aggro Riva, which is really strong. Or not Aggro Riva, I'm sorry, Aggro Fae, which is really strong, and then Kara has a lot of weird builds going around. You know, you have Mech Kara, and then you got some other weird builds, like, with just cards that make copies of itself, stuff like that, because she can buff it. And then there's the wall deck that's going to be coming out. And now, here's something cool with this card in the wall deck. You remember a card I showed you guys a few days ago called Grandmaster Embla? How it summons all those walls around your general. So now, let them do that, and then next time you pop this, you destroy 8 walls and get 8 minions in their place, depending on, you know, your positioning and if you have minions already around you. But can you imagine if you pop this after that? Their general is going to be devastated. This is a good card. Don't let it underestimate you, or don't underestimate the card. I'm sorry. I think it's going to see play. I don't think it's going to see 3 copies in the deck. Might see 2. Definitely going to see 1 in probably every Abyssian deck, in my opinion. But yeah, I think this card's pretty dope. Anyways, let's move on to the next card. And let me get that off your screen. Pull up the next one. This is Whiplash. It was released today. Now this card, like I said, let's go over it piece by piece, is a 3-mana 4/3 common minion, and he has Blood Surge, deal 2 damage to the enemy general. Now if you guys don't remember, Blood Surge is a new ability, and we saw it with a Zephyr. That was the first card we saw it on. What Blood Surge is when you activate your Bloodborn spell, this ability activates as well. So anytime, obviously this card is Songai, or at least I believe it to be Songai. So every time you activate your Bloodborn spell, so you're getting little Heart Seekers, and then you're pinging the general for 2 damage. So I think this is a very good creature. I think it's better than Jade Monk, which is another creature with the same stats, 3 mana, 4/3, but I think this card's better because late game it can still do work. You know, late game it could potentially get you the win. You could ping them for that last 2 damage that you need to do on that Vac that's running away, or that Argan that's surrounded by Ironcliff Guardians and you can't get to them, you know? So this card's going to be very good, and then its stats, it's a 4/3 for 3 mana, and it's not even a battle pet. It's very good stats. I think we're gonna see this in a lot of Songai decks. Now the thing with Songai is right now 3 mana. 3 mana is a spot for Songai. I don't know why, but it is. You got Lantern Fox. You got Gore Horns if you're running Backstab. I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest Songai player, so I can't. Those are the 2 that come off the top of my head right now. Let me just go make sure I'm not missing any. I think that's really all people run for 3. Oh, you got Key Beholder. I'm sorry. You know, you got Killing Edges there, Onyx Bearer Seals, Twin Strike you really don't see every here and there. But those are the main ones right there. So this is going to be fighting for a lot of spots in that deck. Now, I still think you're going to see this in the aggro variant of Kalios or Riva, depending on how the meta shifts. We don't know right now. We can't say, like, clearly right now this would work very well with Riva, but who knows, Kalios could be top tier next meta, like when the new meta comes out. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I love Kalios. I don't like Songai. I'm an awful Songai player, but I do like Kalios. I don't like Riva. Everyone knows I don't like Riva. I think she's stupid, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a thumbs up, comment down below, tell me what you guys think of these videos, of these 2 cards that I showed you guys today. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. You guys, like I said, I'm trying to do these as much as possible. Plus, I put out a bunch of gameplays, cool general kills, things like that. Check out the channel, you know? But anyways, I'm your boy Clazo. I hope you guys keep on dueling, and I will see you guys next time.